Welcome back to Humans in 5.
We're at one of our favorite holidays once again, Earth Day. Earth Day continues to stay relevant and even gain momentum in our modern and ever-changing world, particularly as our battle to save the planet and its many diverse environments continues to rage on.
One of the biggest environmental battles to do with our modern lives and the products we use relates to one of the biggest businesses around today, plastics. In recent decades, our use and development of plastics has skyrocketed. In decades past, paper products dominated our bins, but today, plastic containers have taken over.
In many ways, people are attracted to plastics because we know that they can often go right into the blue box when we're done with them. It feels good to know that once you're done with that tub of yogurt, you don't have to send it to the landfill.
The problem is, plastics are a lot harder to recycle than we once thought. Firstly, recycling programs are often way more particular than we give them credit for. A lot of cities and towns have quite different rules for recycling plastics, and we aren't always getting it right.
Even with our best intentions, we often try to recycle plastics that cannot be recycled. For example, things like resealable plastic bags or items made of mixed materials often can't be recycled at all. By not cleaning our plastics and mingling them with other recyclables, we get in the way of recycling initiatives by mistake. For example, leftover peanut butter or yogurt left inside a container can contaminate the other recyclables in the box, making it a lot harder for recycling companies to process plastics as well as they could.
Even if we get everything right, recyclers have a hard time making a profit on plastics. A recent report by Calvin Lacken at York University in Canada found that the costs of recycling have ballooned. Even though we aren't recycling more materials, the cost to process those materials has increased by 91%.
Aside from recycling plastics, the process that we use to make plastic can also contribute to the problem. When we make plastic items, the process often creates small bits of plastic waste. For example, some recent research, yet to be published formally, found that a large number of plastic water bottles contained plastic fibers in surprising quantities. These particles end up in the water as cast-off or accessory waste from making the plastic lids.
Plastics can also sneak up on us in products we don't even think might be contributing to the problem. For example, more and more of our clothes are made from plastic-derived materials. As we do our laundry, plastic fibers escape into the wash water and may cause problems for wildlife.
So what can we do to help minimize the issues presented by plastics in our modern lives? Firstly, we can make sure that the plastics we do come into contact with are properly recycled according to local rules and regulations. Secondly, we can aim to minimize how often we buy items with plastic packaging. For example, the increase in the use of reusable cloth tote bags in the grocery store has made a huge difference.
Finally, we can keep supporting new technologies that find inventive ways to reuse plastics. Such projects can help us reuse plastics in creative and fun ways.
We hope you reduce, reuse, and recycle things as best you can, and we look forward to seeing you next time on Humans in 5.
And don't forget to subscribe!